Hello. Hi guys. Good afternoon. I woke up an hour ago. Oh lord. And I'm still having my tea. Anyways, I'm gonna play like several other horror games this month, and this is nothing to be honest compared to because I've never actually played horror games. But I really wanted to revisit this one. I was like excited for this. Hope you guys are excited too. Because I really like this game. Ah. Let me just check the sound is too. Configurations. Auto message. Where is it? The music is in the middle. I think it's loud enough, right? Okay. Yeah, I woke up really late today because yesterday was like... Saturdays are always really full of stuff, I guess. And I stayed up till 2 a.m. practicing songs for something. What was I gonna do? Let me just finish drinking my tea. Yummers. Also, this is a short one, so yeah. Okay, let's get started. I don't have much to talk about, so let's just get straight into it. I hope everything's okay. Like, my sound is right and everything should be right. Because a few days ago I started stream and you couldn't hear me because my mic was like, the connection was weird. But I think I changed the input now and it should work. Let's go, guys. Just say Yoko. The thing that you have to re-input your name every time that you play a new route is kind of... But I guess it's because it's a very simple game, so... I hope... You know what? I really hope we get, like, VN Doppelganger this year or something. Like, what are we gonna get for Halloween? I want to get something for Halloween. Hopefully we get something. An empty hall. Or is it more like a cave? You wander the empty space for what feels like an eternity before happening upon 6 doors. You sense different but vaguely familiar presences on the other side of each. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Somehow, you know that your journey won't end until you've passed through all of them. Okay. You may take as long as or as little as you'd like, but you must still pick a door. I'm gonna go with what people say is the canon sequence. Oh my god. Did you know, like, Showman is one of my least favorite ones, actually. I don't really like his design. And his story is kind of... It frustrates me for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. But he... Oh my god. He... Okay, anyways. Let's start with the first of the first. The Demon King. The Ice Plane of Elysium. After I passed through that door of many in the dark, I'd wound up in an unheard of an unheard of land called that. How did I know that it was called? Anyways, I recognized no one. The villagers seemed kind enough to, albeit hesitant, to step out of line to speak with me. Ice plane, huh? Good night. Have a good rest time. You have the most fucked up sleep schedule I know, by the way. 3 days spent here, and I've already heard the barkeep whispering to his regulars. It may be... Okay, I really need to get into a rhythm of reading again. It may be because of how I'm dressed. Everyone else is roaming the streets and so aristocratic, robed in furs and lace. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but okay. I try asking as many people as I can about the guild hall, but it's no use. Nobody knows what Tempus is. I seek shelter from the cold weather in an empty library at the edge of the city. Yeah, I already spilled my tea. I guess it doesn't matter. Altair, the leader of Tempus, had always advised me to research before digging too deep into unknown territory. Knowing local dangers, politics, or even just the lay of the land could save your life. Holy shit, what's going on today? Save your life if you set out on a quest. Okay. This is going to take a while. As I make my way through the aisles of books, one of them stands out from the others around it. Elysium's Truth, it's titled. Elysium's Truth? Drawn in by the title inscribed on the spine, I reach for the book. An elegantly dressed man brushes hands with me, poised and refined. When he looks at me, it's as if he's gazing upon an insect. His expression is as cold as the weather outside. But it's a face I'm familiar with. My eyes do a double take over him. It takes a moment for me to comprehend his expression. Altair? He takes the Elysium's Truth book from the shelf first. After lowering it to his side, he passes me a smile. Yes? Oh my god. Though he watches me expectantly, I've realized there's something just a little off. Isn't he taller than Altair? Are you really Altair? Okay, I've already got... I want to get all the achievements, by the way, but I don't think I would. I think you have to play it several times to get all the achievements. I blurted suddenly without thinking. Wait, what's up? What happened with the music? Okay, anyways. Disdain ripples across his face as if he's offended, I asked. But in the next blink, it's gone. Yup, it's me, Yoko. Actually, the boys were looking all over for you after you disappeared. We were worried sick. This person knows my name, knows about the guild, and even when I went missing. He knows everything that Altair would. I must be overthinking it. I realize that I'm still being talked to. I figured you might be trying to pick up one of your own, but you wandered out this far. Anyways. Like my Halloween costume? Oh no. Okay. Maybe to ease my anxiety, Altair lifts the ends of his cape and slings it behind him so it flutters. Come to think of it, my last memory of the real Elysium had been around Halloween too. It's cool. But it's hard for me to pay attention to something like that. If I'm honest, I don't know where this place is or how I wound up here. I've never seen a place called the Ice Plane or the maps back in the guild hall. Most people haven't. Guild newbies especially don't get access to these kinds of maps. After all, the Ice Plane is a dangerous place. I'd be happy to send any of you guys. I'd be crazy, oh my god. Why did I say happy? I'd be crazy to send any of you guys this far out. That makes sense. I was attacked by monsters on the way in. I managed to handle it myself though. Must be thanks to your training. No way, that's all you. Don't sell yourself short. I feel less on guard. Any difference I'd sensed really must have just been my imagination. We should get some rest before heading back to the guild hall, yeah? If you turn in early tonight, we can leave first thing in the morning. Altair slips the book we'd both taken interest in somewhere on his person. Is that okay? Don't underestimate Tempus connections. I'll fill the owner on it later. Come on, Yoko, let's go home. Hehe. Okay, I was just checking this out. Altair and I venture for the Ice Plane Kingdom streets. He leads the way with his usual charisma, and I follow without thinking. We reminisce about the other members of the guild. He even tells me funny stories, one at a time, about all of them, from times even before I joined. The journey doesn't feel long, and before I know it, we stop in front of a castle at the head of the kingdom. Even though it's freezing out here, the gardeners managed to keep the plants green. Haha, yeah. We move eventually into the castle itself. Horned guards and servants bow to us as we proceed. Hall after hall. Coming upon a throne room, I can't help but feel a bit awkward. In contrast, Altair isn't fazed at all by it. He stays cheerful despite the dreary and intimidating surroundings. It just so happens that I'm friends with the royalty here, but it looks like they are not here. Mind if I go to the servant quarters so I can let them know what's up first? All things going well, we'll enjoy a full 6-course dinner and huge fluffy beds to sleep in tonight. I'll be right back. Sure, I'll wait here. Cool, thanks. Altair gives me a polite wave and hurriedly turns to head inside. In the same moment, the book falls out of his cape without him seeming to notice. I bend over to pick it up off the floor for him. But before I can let him know, he's already left for the hall. I guess I can read through the book a little while waiting since it seemed interesting. Elysium's truth, huh? He'd been really set on reading it. I open it on the first page. Prologue, The Hollow Tree. to understand the true Elysium, we must first understand the hollow tree. Thinking back on it now, I hadn't seen the hollow tree here at all. Shouldn't such a distinct landmark be visible even from far away? I continued skimming the pages one by one, flipping through. Chapter 1. The Founding of Guild TEMPUS. Wait a second. This book is... Chapter 4. The Land of Sinokuni. It seems to be an encyclopedia about my home. Our home. Why would he be so set on reading about a land he lives in and knows firsthand? He's our leader. He's the one who led so many of the expeditions. Another chapter titled Towards the End catches my eye. Chapter 10. Return to the True Elysium. Return? As in, we're not already there after all? Don't scare me like that. I jolt and drop the book when he suddenly comes back into view. Whoops, forgot my book. I'll need to take that with me. Altair crosses to collect it from the ground. As he dusts the dirt off its surface, I collect my breath. What's so special about this book, Altair? It's the only copy in existence, a deep read on the world we live in and its secrets. Don't you ever wonder about parallel worlds? I look at him for a long time. It's like his eyes see straight through me, like they see something that I don't. Not really. You mean you've never wondered what another you might be like? I just try to take things day by day. I've got enough to deal with. It's not like guild life is always rainbows and daisies. You know that better than anyone. I can ask that again? Ah, no, I can't. Okay. Don't worry, I don't want your book. I just want to know where I really am. Silly Yoko. We're in the Ice Plane. It's a dangerous land of demons far from Central Elysium. So you grew a couple centimeters in height and came out all this way in your Halloween costume to find me. Saying it out loud actually makes it sound all the more ridiculous. The boys and I split up. They're checking the other areas, like the Flyer Pain and Skeleton Country. The world we live in is bigger than historians ever let on. When a land is overrun by corruption beasts, it makes sense that only the strongest of adventurers are able to document and publish their findings in maps. Plenty of people never make it back. Tell me where the hollow tree is. It's too far from here to see. But it can be seen even from Sinokuni. Something so big wouldn't just up and vanish. Not unless we were on another plane of existence or something. Look, Altair, I just want you to tell it to me straight. You're lying to me. God dang. Okay. What if I told you the reason we don't see the hollow tree anymore is because it doesn't reach this place?
Listen to me.
Oh gosh. What if I told you we were in a different world entirely? What if the world we're in right now is some kind of sub-world anomaly? It's temporary and will likely only last for a season. He drops the act. I see it in his posture. He adjusted himself and tried to make himself seem more approachable while acting as a guild leader I know. However, without a faint atmosphere about him, his cruel and regal nature bleeds through without him actively needing to try. Are you afraid of this world disappearing? I'd asked him out of sincerity, but he lost the question in a mocking way. He takes a moment to collect himself before his face slowly returns to its original state. Don't be ridiculous.
Listen to me.
Before anything else, I need something from you. Why should I trust you?
Very well.
Very well. Just how much of the book did you read? Altair's look-alike tests me. Not very much, honestly. It was mostly skimming the chapter titles. So you saw it then. Which part? Chapter 10. Return to True Elysium. I saw that, yeah. The True Elysium is probably my home. Isn't it? Where the real Altair is. Real? Crap. Maybe I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I can't meet his eyes for some stretch of time. Seeming to let what I'd said pass through, the stranger speaks once more.
Listen to me.
Dear Yoko, allow me to make things very clear to you. This book holds a secret that only you, as a resident of the other Elysium, can help come to fruition. Neither Elysium is any more or less real than the other. Despite knowing that, you'd like to see the TEMPUS members again, wouldn't you? So again, he takes my wrist and pulls me closer. His voice is low as he whispers into my ear, one syllable plucked evenly after the other. I need something from you. And in exchange, I will help return you to the true Elysium once you give it to me. While it is true that I am called the Demon King by rivaling lands, I can be quite benevolent should one know when to humble themselves and simply obey. Demon King Regis? Sublime. So you've heard of me through him. I knew there had to be a tear in our worlds by how much more often we'd seen each other in its sleep lately. Well, him in his nightmares, I'm never kind to him. The sadistic smile that spreads across his lips instills a fear in me, like that of a cornered animal. But I digress.
Listen to me.
You will do as I say. You don't have a choice. You will give me what I want. Oh my god. I've never chosen this one. Because I felt like... I mean, it's gonna end badly anyways, right? What if I hit him? Oh my god. I don't accept orders from anyone undeserving of respect. Emblazoned by my anger, I've thrown the back of my hand at the side of his face. I feel it impact and hear him grunt in pain. Oh my god. It's when he frees my wrist to catch where he'd been struck, that I know I'm able to make a run for it. I whirl my heel and the sounds of the footsteps bounce all about the room walls. Anywhere is safer than here. Help. Behind me, I hear the Demon King laughing. His laughter cuts short abruptly when a door comes closer into view. True to his demon title, the king commands the attention of all of his servants. Enough of this. Guards, to the dungeon! I'm not sure what happened between then and now. At the mercy of the Demon King's servants, I can only guess that I was knocked out and dragged to the dungeons. It would make sense. The floor under me is wet, hard, and cold. I taste my own blood in my mouth. When I open my eyes, I see the Demon King through the bars watching me. Oh no, my tea is already cold. He stares at me down from a high place without compassion or care. The book from the library is in his hand. I think I catch a glimpse of a weapon on his hip. He gives the page in the book one last look over before throwing it away behind himself.
Listen to me.
I need the keys. The what? My voice croaks out, unrecognizable to my own ears. I try to pull myself up, but my body will hardly move at all. The cards must have really let me have it before. The Demon King's gaze falls to where I'm curled. The clicking of his footstep draws closer to me. I don't crane up to look at him because my head is too heavy for my neck anymore, but I still feel him glaring through me. Ah! The heel of the Demon King's boot comes down in the center of my palm, crunching it beneath his weight. Tears blur my vision while I try to free my hand from under him. He chuckles at me when I do. Without remorse, the Demon King twists his heel further into my palm.
Very well.
We'll have it your way, Yoko. I'll play with you as long as you like. After the tendons in my hands give out from under him, with a shatter and snap, the Demon King elegantly lifts his foot as if he'd done nothing out of the ordinary. Cruelty is as natural to him as breathing is. The barred iron door creaks from above me as I start to sob. A Demon King's figure casts a deep shadow over me when he lets himself into my dungeon cell. Taken from a candelabra just outside through the bars, he tips a burning candle over me where I lay on the ground. I don't know what kind of sound that is. Scalding hot candle wax splatters across the side of my face and neck. I spasm on the floor and try curling into myself to protect myself. The Demon King is not amused with my reaction and drops the candlestick as indifferently as it'd been lifted. The candle is snuffed out by his still bloody shoe heel.
Listen to me.
I'll say it again. I need the keys. If I knew how to give them to you, I would. But I can't help you even if I wanted to. They're like spiritual or something. They're not physical keys. Liar. I'm not. My voice strains in a desperate way.
Very well.
You're quite stubborn. We're not finished here until you give me the keys to me. My heart sinks into my stomach with dread when I see him draw the weapon from his hip. His blade's edge gleams blue, and he brings it down over my side. Blood erupts from the open wound as he pulls it across.
Listen to me.
The keys. The Demon King stabs the back of my arm with his weapon, his expression relaxed. As I roll to try and bat him off of me, I see that some of my blood has splashed on his neck. Stop it! Oh my god. This is so... I need to get home. My head is spinning. Little more than a deposit on the floor, I muster all of my strength to try and crawl away from him. I need to get back. To kill Tempus. Pain. I'm losing the ability to understand what's happening. Am I dead yet? Oh my god. I forgot this game was kind of... Holy shit, he's just... Whew. I have to catch my breath. Okay. Ah, there you are. Oh well. That was the Demon King. Anyways. And now the game starts again. It's like each route is very separate from the other route. And you can play them in any sequence you want. But there's like a sequence that makes more sense to the general story, I guess. Which is what I'm gonna play. Wait, I didn't save anything. I didn't save. I mean, it automatically saves, so whatever. Now we have to start again. And we have to put in our name again. Okay, I'm having some mango here, so I'm gonna have a little bit of mango before I start the next route. The next route is... Oh. The next route is the Exiled Prince. All of that. It's just gonna do all the same. This is the next route. get started. Okay. There's like no coherent timeline for each of these routes. But Altair's route kind of introduces you to everything. And I guess you can think that all the other routes happen in some kind of sequence, in some kind of time frame. Between Altair's route and the Huntsman's route, which is Shinri's ones, which is the last route, in my opinion, at least, from what I understand. And it happens between that one and the moment you escape from this world. Because all the other guys, they will not try to help you to get out anyways. They just toy with you in some way, I guess. I don't know, to be honest. Don't get cold feet on me now. I told you what you need to do, remember? We'll need to head into the Demon King's castle and take back the flame shard he's gotten locked away in his throne room. You say it like it's going to be easy. Isn't the castle highly protected? The guards aren't the part I need help with. I'm more than capable of handling his whole army myself. Oh my god. Axel! Okay, anyways. Not to mention my elemental advantage. The Exiled Prince dismisses my concerns with a flippant lift of his shoulders. After being attacked in a land called the Fire Plane by a horde of other devils, he'd eventually come to my rescue. It's been days now since I passed through that door in the abyss. I don't know, when I hear abyss, I can't help but think of Genshin. So I guess the abyss is like a plane between two worlds. A transitional thing, like a limbo that you pass through to get to the parallel world of what's happening right now in the True Elysium. I mean, is it really the True Elysium? There could be like several other alternate universes, right? I'd immediately noticed his striking visual similarity to Axel Sirius, the guild's gladiator, but when I asked him about it, he just laughed at me. With a heap of devil bodies lying unconscious at his feet, he'd offered to help me get home at the cost of a favor. The Exiled Prince is laid back, relaxed, and unsettlingly cunning. He's the type of person who seems open, but actually keeps many secrets. But I still owe him my life. Holy shit, I'm messing up everything. And besides, it's not like I have any other options. Right now, we're in the Ice Plane, a rival kingdom that's ruled by someone called the Demon King. The Exiled Prince told me he has a bone to pick with him. Things are getting pretty boring for all of us around here. His commentary snaps me from my thoughts. You mean for the people? I mean for everyone in every kingdom. Even the people who live here in the Ice Plane. What's a little chaos? Everyone loves some excitement. If you ask me, the Demon King would be happy for a challenge. I'd give him an opportunity to bare his fangs in play. So what do you say? I feel like his open mouth sprite should have like sharp fangs or something. Anyways. I hesitate to respond. I owe this man my life, but I still don't feel the best about being here. It's impossible to feel comfortable getting caught up in some other world's conflicts without any context. The Exiled Prince recognizes it for what it is.
You know?
This is the only way to get you back to the world you came from, Yoko. And I suppose you're good looking enough to keep around my castle, but weren't you worried about getting back to those TEMPUS people you mentioned? If you were me, I'll handle the scary parts. All I really need from you is to take the flame shard from where the king has placed it. Okay, well, what does the shard look like? It's a huge, bright red rock.
You know?
Not too different from the kinds you see in museums. And maybe about the size of a human brain. It's a very specific comparison. You can hold it in your hands like this. The Exiled Prince makes a cradling gesture with his hands, as if it'll help me visualize. It's a little weird, and he looks like he's holding an invisible baby or something. Okay, seems simple enough. Why do you need it? Does it do something special?
Well now.
It returns full power and life to the fire plane. You probably noticed that the devils who attacked you when you first got here were incapable of speech or understanding. I do remember that. The devils were humanoid, but hadn't responded or listened to me. They've been intent on swarming and attacking.
You know?
As long as the flame shard is missing from our kingdom, the devils are doomed to live like that. Without thought and capable of understanding their surroundings. But you weren't affected. How am I not surprised that you're so skeptical? It doesn't affect me because I am a royal. The flame shard is an artifact of my bloodline. That makes some sense. But definitely not as much sense that I'd liked it to. So, after you return power and life to the fire plane, you'll be able to return me to my home world. You'll be able to return me to my home world?
Yeah.
Right, because then me and all my devils will return to our usual magical potential. Devils tear through realms all the time. It's a piece of cake for us. Holy shit. Sorry. Okay. Why me? Wait a second. If you're so strong, why do you need me to help you? Can't you just go in, take everyone out, and then take the shard back for yourself?
Huh?
If it were so simple, what use would you... How to put this?
Whatever.
The truth is, the flame shard's been cursed by the Demon King. Cursed? So he wants me to curse myself then. No way.
Well now.
Hold on there. Before you say anything, you're wrong. The curse only has an effect on the residents of this world. And since you're not, can you really be sure? I doubt you have a way of knowing firsthand. If visitors from other worlds came in all the time, your kingdom would still be the strongest in the land, right? I'm only assuming from what he's told me so far. You're a good listener. It frustrates me that he doesn't even seem even a little rattled by what I've said.
You know?
But if you want the only answer I have for you, it's because everything that's happened is part of a prophecy. You being here was prophesied hundreds of years ago, when the Fire Plane was still the strongest kingdom in Elysium. The prophecy foretold that there'd be a time where the Ice Plane would overtake our land, in which the Flame Shard would be returned to us by a mysterious visitor not belonging to this oh god, I didn't finish reading and I accidentally clicked. It's a cool story, isn't it? Not to mention that the fate of my kingdom seems to revolve around you.
You know?
If you ask me, you should be flattered. You're the answer to saving this land from the Ice Plane's corruption. Surely you must feel even a little important after hearing all that. Let's not beat around the bush. It seems more promising than roaming the world aimlessly and making an enemy out of the Fire Plane's ruler. What other leads do I have? Reluctantly giving him a nod, I follow the Exiled Prince into the castle. The Exiled Prince hadn't lied about this battle prowess. Fearlessly and without care, he'd taken out one guard after the other. In a devastating combination of fire magic and physical combat, he'd proved himself a force of nature. Should I save? I'm gonna save into one of these slots. Wait a second. Oh my god, it really did save all my slots. Huh? Okay, I'm so confused right now. This is from last time I played. Like 1 month after the game released. Let's put it here. Okay, return. Because last time I played from... I got the game from itch.io. But now I have it from Steam. Because it was gifted me from Steam. So... I can play it on stream and get the achievements on Steam and get the achievements, which the itch.io version doesn't have. Because it took a bit more time for it to release on Steam, I think. Let me just check something. Okay. He really hadn't needed my help when it came to a fight. Why do I feel disappointed? What? Maybe deep down I wanted to help more. Or had I wanted to swing my fists too.
Oh, nice.
Exciting, see?
Well now.
This way, we're almost there. I'm gonna... Okay, the voice isn't... Yeah. With the Exiled Prince wiping out the entire castle in the Demon King's absence, there's no one left to interfere. The Flame Shard is now in plain sight behind the throne, protected by the sigils that float around it. Is it true that only I can touch it and walk away unscathed? If so, I'm only a moments away from securing my way home. I turn and look at the exiled prince as he approaches behind me, smirking and wiping the blood from his knuckles.
Well now.
I'd expected a bit more fun than that. But I suppose it's always been the king himself who'd put up the most fight. My eyes are drawn back to the flame shard. Even though the prince egging me on, something inside me urges me to take it from its place. My god, why is my nose so running? Maybe it really had been fate for me to take it. Wait, okay, so what I've said until now doesn't make sense if I chose these. But I'm gonna choose stuff that I have not chosen before, which is this one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I kind of like it when you're bossy. Fucking hell. I'm serious. Did you already forget what I told you before?
You know?
No one from this world besides the Demon King himself can reach through that seal without being cursed. You're the only one who can because your fate isn't connected to this world. Just relax. Maybe it really had been fate for me to take it. There's no achievement for that. I'll do it. It takes me a moment to swallow my fear, but I trust my intuition. I anticipate the world's worst. I wince and anticipate that I'll be burned. But to my surprise, my fingers slip through the sigils. I clasp the flame shard in my hands. Though I'm not looking at him, I can feel the Exiled Prince's excitement bubbled up behind me. See now? That wasn't so bad. I withdraw the shard and pull it to my chest. In the very same moment, the icy castle seems to thaw all around us.
Oh, nice.
Ah, that's our cue. We should be getting back to the fire plane. What's happening? No time for that. Let's go. The floor begins to shake our feet. Then I stumble. Right. Whatever's going on is dangerous. And a little exciting. What's this feeling? As the prince and I make our escape from the fire plane castle, I feel the warmth of the flame shard spread as if it's flushing through my veins. As if the ice plane's impending demise is... as if the shaking of its very foundation is a little fun to see. I mean, he did torture me and almost kill me before, so this is revenge. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is. I don't understand why I think so. We reach the fire plane. Back in the safety of the prince's castle, time finally seems to catch up to us. After taking the flame shard back to its place hidden deep in the dungeons, the exiled prince returns to my side with a big smile on his face.
Oh, nice.
Home sweet home. And with that, everything is almost back in order. That kingdom was starting to crumble. Is that right? I need to confirm. Something like that. More important than that, it's reverting to its original state. It was part of the fire plane before the Demon King took over. Just have to wait for now. See what the Demon King does. What was it like before? I can't help but be curious. I want to know more about why he's so set on getting back at the Demon King. It was a lot more fun compared to what it is now. My old man was the last king of the Fire Clan before the Demon King offed him. His father was murdered? I can see why he'd hold a grudge. I'm really sorry to hear that. Huh? Alright, humans think that sort of thing is sad. He raised you, didn't he? Nothing like that. To be honest, I was kinda happy when he died. How can he admit something like that so openly? I feel myself frowning.
You know?
What? It's the truth. More room for me to have fun in that way. Don't act like it's such a bad thing. I don't even know how to reply. So this is really how a devil prince thinks? I mean, I think a normal prince would maybe also think like that. Like, hell yeah. I get the throne now or something. I don't know. My exhaustion is beginning to catch up with me. But I can't let him forget about our deal. Now that it's over, we should rest up for the night. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable. I stand my ground. I'm not staying any longer than I have to. Tomorrow we're going to use the flame shard to get me back to my world. Understood? No need to be so tense about it. I'm a man of my word. You should scurry off now. It's been a long night, huh?
You know?
But I guess we could make it even longer if you're stubborn and want to. How do you feel about sharing with others? I can't keep a straight face. What? Sharing with others? You? What? No, don't make it weird. I'm going to bed. I can't believe this. Suit yourself. Good night, Yoko. Holy sh. And with that, I make a hasty exit. After winding down when I lay in bed, I keep thinking about the ice plane. What happened to it from here? What happens to it from here? Should I have helped? Whatever. What happens in this world is none of my business because I'm not a part of it. I just need to get back to guild.
Well now.
And now that Yoko's out of my hair, the flame shard is all mine. Too easy. Time to take it all back. Yeah. I'm up bright and early that morning. Not like me right now. I woke up at 1 p.m. Anyways. I searched the castle premises for the Exiled Prince, but I can't find him anywhere. Check outside the castle. There's a chance he's outside somewhere. Wasting no time, I make my way out. But he isn't here. What am I supposed to do? My gut tells me maybe I should check on the flame shard. I feel like the fire plane would not have a castle that's surrounded by water. Because, you know, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, but okay, I guess. After descending down to the dungeons where I remember he placed the shard. Wait, where'd it go? It's gone. Was it stolen or did he take it somewhere else? The former makes most sense. Maybe an enemy had infiltrated overnight and he'd left to chase them down. I need to find him. Wait, it's already almost over the day. I leave the castle. The streets are littered with devils, invigorated by the return of the flame shard. Their nature is still volatile, but at least they're capable of understanding me now. What the Exiled Prince had told me seems to be right. Hopefully things are okay. Wait. Did I skip something? Okay, no. With the flame shard stolen from the ice plane, just what kind of future remains for this world? I try not to worry too much about it. I also try not to feel too responsible. After a full day of searching for him, I find the Exiled Prince emerging from an underground stairwell. Behind him, some music is leaking through the cracks of what seems like a club or bar door. Where were you? And does he even know the shard is missing? The flame shard is missing.
Sure. Okay.
No, it isn't. It's missing from the dungeon. I checked while I was looking all over for you. Did you forget what you promised? You're supposed to open to the realm to send me a home today.
Yeah?
Ah. That's all he has to say for himself? About that? I lied to you. My world goes still. Okay. I don't know why I trusted him so easy, not gonna lie. I mean, I did question it several times, but... He what? I don't know. I don't want to believe him. Now is not the time to play around.
You know?
No one here has that kind of power, not even me. Actually, I'm pretty surprised. You went along with everything I said so easily. Because he helped me. Because I thought he'd take me home. You think I really care about whether or not you go home?
You know?
You should be more on your toes. This isn't my fault. I'm not stupid. It wasn't stupid for me to believe him. Devils like me take advantage of naivety. It's nothing personal. Just part of her nature. Yeah. It is personal. You owe me. You made a deal. Once he reaches me, I shove him back into the webbed fence that lines the street. How am I strong like that? Like, I'm pretty... I don't know. He's so unbothered all of the time. I just want to break his face. God damn. I don't think I could, not gonna lie. IRL, like, I don't think I would stand any single chance. It'd be fun to break his face. I raise all hell and attack him. I clubber him with my fists, even as I hear him chuckle at me all the way. There is no way it doesn't hurt. Even if he's acting unfazed, I know my own strength. I want to hurt him. This is the opposite of the other, I guess. I don't know. I want him to pay for deceiving me. What was the point of all this? He just wanted to use me? I hate you. Take me back to Tempus. Take me back or give me the flame shard back. Good lord. As I throw my arm at him, he catches my wrist and pulls it to his chest. From beneath, I feel heat surging through my body. It's the same way I felt when I... No, don't tell me. The flame shard is right here, Yoko. Right back where it belongs. He squeezes me gently. The warmth of the flame shard pulses with the rhythm of his heartbeat. So he has one. I don't know what it means. What does it mean for me? My body is shaking. His blue eyes take over my expression. And his head inclines as if drinking in the side of me. And I feel... And I think you're right where you belong too. I didn't force you to do anything. I saw it in your eyes. You're just like me now. I don't know what you mean. The prince runs his tongue over his teeth carefully. It was exciting. You liked seeing the ice planes start to crumble. It's okay to say it, because we're the same now. You touched the flame shard, and now you're a devil just like us. My fingers curls against the fabric of his jacket. What's your name? It's serious. The name is familiar and foreign at the same time. I didn't think you'd tell me. I told you because you're a devil now. And more importantly, you're my new partner in crime. Oh my god. I need to catch my breath again after this. The sound of screams. How beautiful the other Elysium had been that evening. On its last evening standing, as Prince Sirius and I watched our world burn to a crisp, we reveled. Good lord, why did I click? At that moment, I knew I'd found a new home for myself. I'd start a new one. A world far more beautiful than what I had before. Anyways. Wait, that's the same thing they said last time. I thought... Oh, I'm so stupid. It's because I already played the game. Usually they just say you have acquired 1 key or 2 keys or 3 keys, but since I've already played the game, I've already acquired all the keys. Whatever. Oh, let me just have a drink and... We're gonna play through the whole thing now, because it's not that long. Each route is around like half an hour. Okay. Now I don't really know which one to choose. I think I'm gonna leave this one for way later, like maybe Abandoned Automaton? Let's play Flayon's route. Okay. Wait, I'll just take a quick. I'm back. I thought might as well just go now, because before I start something new. Okay. Rain slips through the green foliage above me. It falls and splatters against my skin and hair. As my clothing starts clinging to me, the air around is rich with the smell of wet leaves. I like the smell of rain. It's not bad. Strange, I can't recall what happened between when I stepped through the door and now. But perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, the way back to TEMPUS Guild Hall wouldn't be as easy as going through the right door. There's no point in sulking. I may as well try my best to figure out where I've turned up. I know it's a forest, at least. Then again, I know a lot of forests. I'd never been good with distinguishing one from another. All trees look the same to me after a while. If only... My god. If only I were Machinax Flayon. The guild's pilot always seems to be able to memorize landmarks without trying. He rarely needed to check his maps after initial expedition, and I always reached out to him when I found myself lost somewhere. Oh, there's an idea. I think to check my communication device and contact him. Come on, Flayon, pick up. Drat. Failed signal. You've got to be kidding me. I give it another try. Failed signal again? I hear something approaching, but I have no weapon. Turning to face the source, I raise my fists in case I need them. And when I do, I see someone familiar. Red hair dripping and close to his face, Flayon seems to have found me here in the woods. That's kind of uncanny. Imagine you try to contact someone and they just appear behind you.
I see.
It's you. Where did you go for so long? I waited for years and years. I thought maybe you wouldn't come back for me. But it's really you.
How beautiful.
I'm so happy I could die, Master. Are you Flayon? Is that you? If this is Flayon, something is very wrong with him. The smile on his face dims. On his face. It's at this moment that perhaps both of us realize that we've been mistaken. That has to be the reason. The disappointment is showing on his face. No. Flayon is... I see him hesitate. Flayon's name means something to him, but I don't understand it. Flayon is dead, Master. You yelled at me. You said you wouldn't call me by his name anymore. Because it hurts when you do. It breaks your heart, remember? And you having a heart is what makes you human. You said you were different from me because I can't understand your pain. That's what you told me. I did? What the hell is he even talking about? There's no way I could just forget Flayon dying. It's impossible. Right? Does calling me Flayon again mean that your heart is fixed now? That must be why you came back. No. You're not Flayon. I'm sure about this part. You said you waited here for years and years? How long have you been here by yourself? Oh my god, my neck hurts. I don't think I'm the person he means by his master, but I still need to try and figure out more about where I am. Anything helps. I lost count. You left me here a long, long time ago, so I can't remember. Sorry, but there is no way. Flayon's lookalike seems unhappy with my denial. He won't let me have this. He stares at me as if I'm lying to him. Fine. What makes you sure it was me? Your name is Yoko. So I was right. It could still be a coincidence. I refuse to believe I'd do something so cruel. I'd never abandon anyone in the woods like this for who knows how long. I don't blame you for what you did, Master. After all, you're the reason I exist. There's such finality and weight to what he says. He believes to the bottom of his core that I'm his master. What does he even mean by that? I only feel more confused than I did before. You have the wrong person. I'm sorry, there's just no way. But you created me.
Really?
Did you really forget? Wait, let me save. There are reasons beyond simply forgetting that make his claims impossible. That's just a thing. There's no way I could have created you either. I should watch my words. According to him, he and his master had approached this subject in the past. There definitely seems to be an underlying complex. I hear his joints make a rickety sound when he shifts his stance across from me. This person is not human. He's completely mechanical. I just don't have those sorts of skills. No reply. As I wait for one, I realize that the rain has lulled to a stop. The automaton still stares at me as if I've broken something in him. With nothing left to say, I give an awkward nod and try to find some good timing to make an exit. Good luck finding Yoko, okay? I mean it. I avoid meeting his gaze as I turn to leave. In the very same moment, the automaton suddenly breaks the quiet.
No.
You can't.
No!
Don't leave me anymore! I'm not gonna try to. The shouting shoots feared through me, and before I know it, I'm running from the forest without thinking, without looking back. His voice falls further and further away, but I can still hear his mechanical legs creaking and grinding as he tries chasing me. Don't go! I need you to stay with me. Forever. You promised me. Okay. I run until I don't hear him anymore, and eventually to the edge of the forest. Though I seem to have lost him, it's still difficult for me not to feel uneasy. The automaton may not be human, but he still sounds like it. No, I can't think about that anymore. I can't afford to feel guilty over something I didn't do. My eyes search the clearing for any signs of shelter. What? In the far distance, I can see a greenhouse and a small chateau side by side. Where should I go from here, I wonder? I need to fix my shrimping posture. Honestly, I need a new chair. This chair is horrible. Because my table's way too high up. Okay. Last time I did this, maybe I should ask this. Asking the chateau's owner for information seems like a good idea. Once I know more about where I am, I should have a better understanding of how to get back home. I don't know how to sneeze without needing to sneeze. In the moment that follows, I realize I may be getting sick from the rain earlier. You know what I think is really funny in these stories, especially in anime, is that you get sick just from getting a little bit of rain. Like, huh? What's up with your immune system? You need to, like, I don't know, eat better? Because how are you getting sick just from getting a little bit of rain? Okay, I was running in the rain earlier and I got soaked. But I don't think that would happen to me, even if that happened, to be honest. I did get colds before from, like, sudden weather changes and catching too much wind. Like, wind is way worse than rain, in my opinion. But anyways, I just think that's funny. Serves me right, I guess. The timing couldn't be worse. I feel chills beginning to develop, but I can't afford for that to slow me down. I should be on my way. Without looking back, I trudge to the chateau in search for some answers. When I finally reach the chateau, I find that the door is unlocked. Hello? I try calling into the foyer, but nobody seems to be home. I take a nervous step inside, lingering near the door. Anybody here? It's as I call out again that my elbow sweeps a crumpled note from its place on a side table by the door. Why am I so clumsy? I crouch to return it to where it'd been and see. I'm going home. Don't follow me. From Yoko. Wait, I didn't see this last time. Because last time I was hiding in the greenhouse. This is my own handwriting. Does that mean the Automaton's creator is actually... I feel like I'm going to be sick. Of course you would come home. I know you better than anyone else. I don't know how to make do their voices. Home?
I'm so lightheaded, I close my eyes to keep my surroundings from spinning. The automaton moves closer to me. This is your home.
I feel like the sound in the game is not loud enough. Right? Is it too quiet? I don't know. I just turn it up by, I don't know, 20% or something.
When I awaken, I find myself in a room I don't recognize. Somehow, I'm in a pair of cotton pajamas that fit me perfectly. What's happening? You were sleeping for a while. Seems I can't escape the automaton. Do you remember your home yet, Master? Don't call me that. Just Yoko is fine. Anyway, I'm still confused. You carried me back here after I fainted. Where did the pajamas come from? These are your pajamas, Yoko. You pushed yourself outside in the rain, and then you came home. And when you came home, you collapsed. So of course, I changed your clothes for you and put you in bed. His face lights up from the affection and pride. With affection and pride. But I just feel violated. Does he think I'm going to thank him for that? I mean, I would say thank you, at least. I don't know. Don't smile like that. You should have woken me up. I tried, you know, but you didn't wake up. I couldn't leave you there on the ground, wet and sick. You're never happy with me lately. Not then and not now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I watch him for a long moment, lacking any words that might comfort him. There's a flat silence in the air before I break it with a sudden sneeze.
My whole body is fed up with me, and my stomach growls just shortly after sneezing.
The automaton laughs tiredly. See? Still sick. I should make you food. What do you want to eat? When had I last eaten food? The idea of a home-cooked meal is appetizing, but I can't trust this automaton. He's too batty. What if he tries sneaking something into the food? I still don't trust you.
The automaton looks at me with an emptiness in his eyes. I think he's also kind of just sick of everything, you know. He should have just left, come on. As if I've slapped him with my words. While he still terrifies me, I still sense that he cares. After all, he claims to have waited for me in that forest for years and years.
I see.
I know, I feel it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll see how you resist one of your favorite meals. Wait! Before I can protest, the automaton leaves for the kitchen. Looks like there's no stopping him. Without realizing, I fall asleep again. More sleep, More sleep seems to have helped recuperate my strength. After awakening a second time, I follow an appetizing smell to the dining quarters and see that a meal had been set out for me on the table. It's a hearty-looking Salisbury steak. You know what? I don't even know what that is. I'm just gonna Google it. I generally don't know what a Salisbury steak is. Salisbury steak. How do you pronounce that? It's definitely British. What? It's a mushroom sauce filet mignon. What? In Portuguese, it's called steak with madeira sauce or some shit. There was a time where I ate that so much where I kind of got sick of it, but maybe because it wasn't that good. Because, goddamn, this looks yummy. I think I might even make some for the occasion next week. I'm gonna look up the ingredients. Anyways, one of my favorites. Well, that's not the truth, but it does sound good. As I stare at it, I consider that maybe the automaton actually has met some version of me. This place might still be a parallel world or something, right? It'd make more sense as to why... Okay, why did I click again? It would make more sense as to why I wouldn't remember things, or why everything's so different. I thought you might wake up soon. Are you feeling better? A little bit. That's good, isn't it? I knew that you wouldn't have any earlier, but how about now? It looks yummy though. I'm just gonna accept the food, you know. My stomach growls again. I can't fight it forever. As I watch the automaton carefully from across the room, I decide to trust him and reluctantly lower into my seat. He hurries to stand beside me. You need a drink with it? Right? Milk? Juice? Okay. Another comment. Who the fuck drinks milk with a meal? That's the most American thing I've ever heard of. Anyways. It's just, I do not understand the concept of drinking milk with a savory meal. Or generally just drinking a cup of milk, because I never do that. Never. Okay, let's continue. What? I should have been able to choose that. Come on. I forgot that I actually chose milk. Also, it's just so heavy on animal products. I don't know why. I don't like the idea of meals that are exclusively animal-based products without... The only non-animal thing here is, like, the sauce. Because the steak doesn't come with any meat. It doesn't come with rice. Maybe mashed potatoes. It doesn't come with rice for sure, because it's a British meal. So British meals never have any rice in them. They always have potato as their... Okay, I'm ranting again. Anyways, milk is fine. I'll have milk. Okay. After the automaton provides just about everything I could ever need, I help myself to his cooking. It's delicious. So delicious, in fact, that I practically wolf it down without hardly chewing. It earns some soft laughter from him. If the food is poisoned and I die after this, at least it tasted good. That's a dry humor that crosses my mind upon finishing. You ate it so quickly. It was nice. I wiped my mouth with one of the napkins I've forgotten to put on my lap. Do you want more? I can make more for you if you want. Normally I'd be all down to pig out, but my nerves have been so fried from stress that my appetite is smaller than it should be. I feel uncomfortably full. I definitely ate too quickly. This was plenty, thanks. The automaton seems happy with my answer, and he lowers himself into a chair beside me. You're so stubborn. I'm happy to help, you know. I'm thankful for that. I should head back soon. Now that I'm out of the woods, maybe my communicator has a better chance of reaching Guild TEMPUS.
Failed signal.
Don't leave.
Are you still trying to go home? The automaton fidgets restlessly. No, I still can't make a connection.
No!
Look at me when I'm talking to you. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna voice act this. It certainly gets my attention. As I look up from my communication device, the automaton's eyes are wide and trembling. His expression is difficult to read. Would an automaton have so many facial expressions? Like, would he be able to make his face look like that? I don't know. His expression is difficult to read. There's no point.
I see.
It doesn't matter what I do. You just want things back to how they were, don't you? Even though I'm right here and ready to give you everything. What's so great about being human? Is having a heart really so amazing? The automaton looking at me, but I don't feel seen. His rage is on the precipice of an explosion. I have to calm him down before that happens. Listen. But I'm too late. From a pocket in his coat, there are pliers in his hand. One motion, said pliers are clamped down on my tongue. I start to bleed.
No.
The pressure sinks down harder. Metal pinches me tightly. Everything is numb now from the adrenaline. Good Lord. The automaton retracts his hand, pliers still in them. From them, he drops the piece of my tongue he'd torn off on the ground. I brought these from the greenhouse earlier. I had a feeling somehow that I'd need them. Blood fills my mouth and my eyes well with tears. I watch the automaton in horror as he opens and closes the pliers flippantly, as if they're a child's toy.
Don't leave.
I'm not good enough for you because I'm not human. Go on, you can say it. Or maybe you can't now. I'm not good enough for you Because we're so different. Because I don't have a heart. With the pliers shut in his fist, he laughs at me before plunging them deep into my chest. Oh my god, how would you even do that? I don't think they're sharp enough for that. That you'd have to put in a lot of force. I scream as loud as I can. The automaton fails to react. He keeps muttering to himself. But just think, what if neither of us had hearts? Wouldn't that make us perfect for each other? You'd finally stop hurting. You'd stop thinking about how I'm not Flayon. And I'd finally stop comparing myself to humans. He cranks the pliers back apart and spreads the wound he's inflicted. My blood bubbles up through the gaping hole. I'm going to die soon. There's no way I'm going to live through this. Shh. He coos me as I dry sob. Just be still, okay? It'll be all over soon. His pliers dig further into me, and his other hand is placed on my cheek. His thumb wipes my tears away gently. I only manage a weak gasp. The tongs of his pliers twist and puncture anything they can. My sight starts fading. Don't worry. Without this stupid heart of yours ruining you anymore, you'll be just like me. You'll finally know how I feel. That's why you'll forgive me if I stop it, right? He takes hold of my beating heart in his pliers and bursts a hole in it. Because even if you don't know any better,
You're mine.
I can make you happier than anyone else.
Don't leave.
Wait!
No.
Don't go!
No!
Don't go, I said! Stay with me forever. Oh well. The achievement is called Never Speak Again. Okay, anyways. I think my posture is making it harder for me to speak. Because my neck is in a kind of weird position. Okay, guys, next route. Let me just stretch real quick.
Okie dokie.
Oh my god. This is the most frustrating route ever, in my opinion. Like, at least nothing crazy sadistic happens, but still. Okay. I need to prepare myself to voice this. I want to try to give it at least some justice. You! No, I can't. I literally can't. Hi! Yes! You've been waiting for this, right? Let's go. Let's get started. Everything ready for tonight's set? It's ready. Great, so you finally make yourself useful. We'll be on in about 15, so you better get backstage before then. Please don't judge me, okay? I'm trying to voice act this in some way. Why does my sound so low? Don't you have any other stagehands? We wouldn't need this. We wouldn't be in this predicament if I did now, would we? But you claim to be the best showman in all of this place? Elysium? Well, Skeleton Country, in East Side Elysium, anyway. This isn't Elysium. Elysium is where the real Tempus Guild members are, and no place called Skeleton Country has ever existed. I know this is a fact, but it's not worth arguing about. No. We have a show to go to. Sorry, I know. I just really thought you have other people helping. I mean, I used to, but none of them could keep up. Why does the sound so low? Anyways. Keep up? See the skeletons litter around the room? They'd be the first thing I'd noticed. The showman notices I'm watching him. After making his way to one of the femurs on the ground, he gives it a hard sweep with the edge of his boot. The bone goes airborne in the same motion, clacking noisily against the dressing room wall upon impact. I feel gross watching him. Hard not to. Those are the guys that couldn't do their job. So you best not test me and wind up one of them. His laugh comes so naturally at the suggestion of murder. As I watch his shoulders shake, I feel as though I'm subtly watching her interaction from outside of my own body. My gut had been right. The bones aren't props at all. They really used to belong to somebody. You said when we first met that all the people in this area are skeletons. Hence, Skeleton Country. Nice to know your ears work. So skeletons can die? This doesn't make any sense. Nothing here does. It shouldn't surprise me at this point. We're all just skeletons. You're a skeleton too. This statement is about as helpful as I anticipated from him. The showman waves his hand flippantly. It's clear to me that I'm absolutely dispensable in his eyes. I guess I'm just another sack of bones. My life is a joke to him. Don't make a brain dead face like that. People would know you don't know what you're doing. Himi, we've got a stage waiting for us. We'll be about 15, so you better get backstage before then. Could you tell me what I have to do for the show again? I see his expression flatten. Seems like he isn't too pleased, I asked. How many times now have we gone over this? I think I overheard you going over it with someone else before, but this is the first time for me. You mean that wasn't you in the morning? Man. Does he not distinguish one person from another when he's talking to them? No, it was some person named Jimmy. Jimmy. He suddenly gets very still at the mention of the name. It's unsettling. Then again, hadn't the real Betel had a situation with someone whose name started with a J before? I think I remember something happening back during his first mass show. You know what? With the lore we have for him now, this is even more crazy. It hits even harder, to be honest. Whatever is going on seems like something karmic at this point. Listen, your job is to go out there in your fluffy little costume and two-step. Nothing fancy. Good lord. It's simple enough. Nothing fancy, just a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. It's simple enough choreography. Either way, it's simple or the showman makes it look so. Okay. Got that? You need me to do it again? Just smile. Do that and we're gold. I think I can handle it. Then hurry. Let's get out on stage. We'll be on in about 15, okay. To the stage, let's go to the stage. It's about time for the show. Whether I like it or not. I don't want to end up like those broken skeletons in the dressing room. After tugging on the ends of the costume gloves I've been forced to wear, I reluctantly follow the showman to his stage. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Why am I don't even know why I'm using a British accent. It's just the way he acts, I guess. Ta-da! It's me! Wait, he's already started? I'm not even on stage yet. I frantically hurry to the wings. I try joining VN's Doppelganger on stage and find that there's nobody in the audience. The showman has his arms splayed out wide and his head is lifted high, but there's not a single person here. Nobody has come to see his performance. I see some panic flash in his eyes before he cuts the painful silence short. Crap! Why? His voice cracks with frustration as he stomps his heel once, like a child throwing a tantrum. His fingers clutch the ridges of his top hat. It was tonight, wasn't it? I come out to my spot, joining him properly. Yeah, it was. October 6th, 4:09 p.m. No mistake. Where are they? Was there anything else going on in Skeleton Country today? Anything else? Don't be stupid. My show is the most important thing there is for anyone living here. And they know what'll happen to them if they skip. I remember the skulls and bones littered around their dressing room. In any case, I should try calming him down. Where I came from, people have other obligations. Aren't your expectations unreasonable? Don't remember asking! He's so self-absorbed. Looks like I'm not being heard. I mean, if you don't want to listen to me, there's not much more to it I can say. Stay mad, I guess. I thought for sure there were at least going to be 3 other skeletons still around to come. 3 is not a big number. Well, that's all that's left. Is there a skeleton birth rate problem or something? I'm still new here, so it's not like I know. It is not a birth rate problem. There were plenty of skeletons living here before. But now there aren't any. Take it from me. The ones that aren't here anymore weren't worth having around anyway. I don't think that's something you can just decide. Look. They had a chance and they blew it. Just believe me. The dwindling skeleton population, is it this guy's fault? About what you said before, did you say that we're all skeletons?
And
But you're not a skeleton. You're the only one here with skin, hair, muscles. Besides me, that is.
and
Having some things doesn't matter. Doesn't make me not a skeleton. And I'm only this way because... Actually, you know what? It's none of your business. I've got a show to do. We don't have an audience. You don't get it. There will be a show. There has to be a show. Because I have to do a show. Demanding it as such, he raises his voice loud enough for it to reverberate against the empty seats. His eyes jerk around the stage in an erratic way. I don't really understand where he's coming from, but some part of him seems afraid. Why would he be so stubborn about performing, even if no one's come out to see? He knows what he's got to do. Get in the front now. Front row. What? Just get in the front row. Okay. Maybe this is the life I'm doomed to lead now. One where I just submissively do whatever this crazy guy tells me to. As I take a seat in the front row, I can't help but be reminded of Bettel's rehearsals back in the TEMPUS Guild Hall. Those times have been much more of a two-way street than this. Bettel had always understood the importance of keeping his audience happy. And even though his showman guy looks just like him, their motives for being on stage couldn't be any more different.
ta-da!
Wow, a crowd of one today! You really came out all this way to see me? I'm snapped from my thoughts by a blinding spotlight that finds its way to me. Squinting through it, I still can't see anything. Only those rainbow swirls you sometimes see when you shut your eyelids while dizzy. Yes, sure did.
Oh yeah?
And what's your name, traveler? Oh, I realized he'd never asked until now. It's Yoko.
Oh yeah?
crazy stuff, Yoko. Where did you come from? My eyes are adjusting to the light. I don't have to squint so much. The real Elysium. I'm a member of Guild TEMPUS. Even from down in the audience, I searched the Showman for any resemblance of recognition. Any semblance of recognition. Like maybe some of battle is wrapped in there somewhere. I'm not met with any success though. He laughs my answer off as if he'd hardly heard any at all. He that. You could say says there's a guild called TEMPUS in Elysium. Where'd the laugh track come from? I turned in my chair to check, but the hall's still empty as it was.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts from the ground, and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taken lessons their entire life. I hate to admit it, but it's not so bad. I don't think even the real Gabus Battle can tap dance. Let's cheer him. Yeah, ooh, yeah. I'm not about to be a bad sport about this, but the guy is talented.
Ta-da!
The showman seems delighted by my response. He does a twirl.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts up from the ground, and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taken lessons the entire life. I hate to admit it, but it's not bad. I don't even think the real Gabus Battle can tap dance. Should I cheer again? I'll cheer one more time, okay? I'm just gonna skip through it.
How about this?
Okay. Maybe... Should I boo? I'm gonna cheer one more time because I feel bad. I remember when I first played this, I was like looping this shit for 10 times before I noticed. I mean, I noticed it, but I was like, huh? Is this really it?
How about this?
Okay, Now let's boo him. An impulsive and sadistic urge to boo him rises from me. Maybe out of my baser instincts. It's too bad my tomatoes aren't here with me. Boo! Boo! I give him an aggressive thumbs down as I see his smile crack beneath the pressure. Even more motivated to impress me, he doesn't give
How
up.
about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts from the ground, and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with finesse of someone who's taken lessons their entire life. I hate to admit it, but it's not bad. I don't think even the real Gabus Battle can tap dance. Should I do nothing now? As I study it, I realize something's missing from his performance. I don't do anything, I just stare. The sound of his tap shoes gets faster and faster. He's doing all sorts of stunts. Handstands and flips, but I just don't care. His performance doesn't make me feel anything. Enough of that! Yeah? There it is. That scared sound and voice again. Wait, there's a word missing here.
Is it a typo? They forgot. There's a scared sound in his voice again. Anyways, is he okay? In the blink of an eye, his tap shoes disappear in another puff of smoke until he's back in his regular shoes.
How about this?
Knock knock. I remember that I'm the only person in the audience. Who's there? I'm Justin. You're Justin who?
Ta-da!
Justin, your bathtub naked! So don't call the cops. Holy shit. I don't think I would. This is a really strange joke. I'm so polite that I laugh. It's more like a chuckle, but it spares us both the awkwardness of silence. He looks relieved and wipes the sweat from his brow.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Okay, let's yeah, again. I'm gonna boo him one more time.
How about this?
And then I'm gonna do nothing again. Do nothing. But I need to choose something else.
How?
Justin!
Ta-da!
Justin, your bathtub naked! So don't call the cops! I don't laugh because it's not funny. I mean, I wonder if his name is Justin, but I don't think it is. It's just Justin, your bathtub naked. I think it's so weird that I'd laugh, to be honest. The showman watches me stretching the beat and waiting for me to digest his punchline, but I never do. I'm tired and I want to go home. It's not funny. That one wasn't funny, huh? Yeah, I didn't think so either. He laughs to fill the space. I don't budge. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. You'll like the next one, I swear.
How about this?
Watch me swallow this whole walking cane. He pulls a wooden cane from thin air and hinges his jaw and inches it forward little by little. That's dangerous. I can't help but yelp. It's uncomfortable for me to watch it because it looks so painful. The showman gives me a thumbs up before he begins to hack and cuff. And he spits the entire cane out, the prop flying like a projectile across the audience. I dodge it when it whirs over my head. You're taking this way too far.
Ta-da!
But I entertained you, didn't I?
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? And he does a little dance. Okay, we need to choose a different thing again.
How about this? Ta-da!
I guess if you don't want to redo everything, you just need to choose not to react every single time. But I just feel bad, guys. I just feel bad. So I just want to draw it out as long as I can.
How about this?
But now I'm not gonna spawn. I watch him swallow the entire cane. My costume's getting kind of itchy, so I scratch myself. At that, I see him start to panic.
He hasn't admitted it, but it seems like my reaction to his performance is more important to him than I thought. Yoko. Hearing my name from him, remembered for this long, makes me a little nervous. I might be the only person whose name he's ever remembered. What is it? Aren't you even a little entertained? Nah, everything becomes still. The showman watches me for a long time. No? Sorry, no. No? He begins to trumping down the stage towards me. You can't not be entertained. You don't know what that means. The showman grabs my face and shakes me around like a baby rattle. It doesn't mean anything if you strong arm it out of people. You stupid! It does! It does! His voice is strained. I hear something dark beginning to stir, like the realm is beginning to split. And just as I notice it, the showman does too. He pulls my head against his chest and begins to sob. His arms are trembling around me. He's clutching for dear life. My gut drops. And I know we've reached a point of no return. Hurry up, damn it! Be entertained! You're not listening, you better be entertained or else... His fingers claw through my hair and he pulls on my ears. I push him off with a grunt. No! When I open my eyes, I understand what he's so afraid of. Ghastly skeleton hands from the shadows rake and tear at anything they can. Showman's terrified screams echo louder than any applause might have ever filled this wet venue. His cheeks are wet with tears. The skeleton hands pull him back towards whatever black abyss they dwell in. You idiot! This is all your fault! I am enjoying the show. Any pride the showman has had has been completely thrown away. Desperate to live, the showman throws a hand out to me, still trying to grab at whatever he can. I gave you a purpose, a place to be, and this is how you return the favor. How dare you! I think of how terrible he'd been to me and the others around him. How many of us had he made so miserable? This is punishment. But I still can't decide how I feel. Before I can react properly... The showman's throat gives one last wet scream. He's enveloped by the skeletons. They suck him back into the dark, and I'm left there alone in the audience. Surrounded by no one. With no one on the stage. I belatedly realize what's happening. The showman is dead. Now this is entertainment. This is entertainment. I'm entertained. Help. This is the most sadistic route on the part of the MC. And I don't know, I think that says about something about Petal. Or does it? I feel like it says something about Petal. Because all the other routes end in me dying, and this is the only route. Okay, no, it's not. But it's one of two routes in which one of them dies, and not me. Because, you know. Oh gosh. I can't believe it's already 4 p.m. What the fuck? Okay. Let's start the next route. It's one of my favorite ones, this one, because it's the most crazy one. Karasu Demon. And this is the last one. We're almost done. You took long enough to return, human. It's been nearly an entire day.
Huh?
And for a moment there, I suspected you attempted escaping your service to me. There wasn't a supermarket. Unfortunately. With how far out we seem to be. I mean, I don't even think that world has supermarkets. Like, what? It'll be more like a bazaar or something. Like a... I don't know. Not a supermarket. It's a modern thing. With a far art we seem to be in the countryside, there weren't really many options. Okay. There was a farmer's market a while away though. It took me forever to hike back up the mountain. Sorry. That's why I'm so late. Oh, excuses. But I suppose I'm merciful enough to put it behind us, since you're so well-intentioned. He speaks down to me. From what I've seen so far, it must just be a part of how he communicates with the mortal realm. He isn't human after all. He's a demon. A crawl one, at that, locally referred to as a Karasu. What I see before me is now a Karasu Demon that I accidentally summoned when I landed in a parallel world. How it happened is a little embarrassing, but essentially I'd wound up bleeding on a statue in another Sinokuni-like place, and had met Banzai and Haka lookalike there. The demon in front of me doesn't know who Haka is. He's never heard of him. Even after I tried explaining Guild Tempus and Haka's role as an exorcist, I'd been dismissed. It's always like that with this Karasu Demon. What's worse is that maybe I'm getting used to it. Well... Rather than me, The Karasu Demon is more interested in the groceries hanging from my elbow. Plastic rustles as I set the bags down on the living room table. I'd gotten him an assortment of fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and dairy products. I need to go grocery shopping. I don't even know what I'm gonna cook for dinner today. Okay. What had been weird about the farmer's market is that they'd accept the same currency as back in my home world. Convenient. What do you think? He leans toward to peek into the bag. You know what I wish? That they had done like a VP or like extra voice lines for this, like exclusive voice lines that you can, I don't know, look into in like the story menu or something of them talking, because goddamn they did such a good job voice acting for this. He leans forward to peek into the bag, but his expression doesn't change. Prepare them for me. Huh? Aren't they fine how they are? The fruit and vegetables should be fresh.
Do tell me.
How many raw food offerings from my worshippers do you think I've tried in my years of existence? These, as they are, bring little value. There is no flavor I haven't tried. There is not even a crab here. There wasn't any crab for sale. You could have checked the water. He's so unhappy about it. Had he really wanted crab that badly? Crab is my favorite food by far. But it's been some time since I've had any. Humans are so uncreative. And by that, I mean that I will die if I eat another apple. Do not feed me an apple, you understand? Got it. Why am I playing along? There's something more important I should tell him. You asked me to prepare some food, but...
Do tell me.
But what? I feel like you should know that I'm not a very good cook. Weirdly enough, maybe Haka, the one this demon looks like, had enjoyed cooking the most. Then you best learn. In one sitting? Your pathetic mortal struggles do not interest me. I just want to feast, human. It's been years since I've been summoned, and my physical manifestation is hungry. Okay. As long as you're not going to be too hard on me for anything. Fearful of your own incompetence. Fine. If I find myself fond of the taste, then I will not complain. There is a kitchen attached to this living room. I've used my magic so that stove should work. That is all. You may go. Looks like I'm being sent away. I take the ingredients back with me and hope that I can remember how to make food. Hey, I would know how to make at least something, I think. The kitchen is dark, and signs of neglect show on the surfaces of its supplies all around. Dust, cobwebs everywhere. Is this space really okay for preparing anything? I check the stove, and surely enough, the gas sparks and ignites a fire. Looks like the Karasu Demon had meant what he said. Before cooking anything, it takes some cleaning and washing before things seem safe to use.
Then I return to the kitchen and I think of what to make the Karasu Demon. Okay, should I just skip? Because I remember if you make this one first, you get a scolding from him. And like there's levels to this. You'll need to make all of them at some point. But I think I'm gonna make the steak first. I don't know what they have with Salisbury steak in this game. Maybe it's one of the Manasan's favorite food. I can't go wrong with my own favorite food, can I? Salisbury steak. Here we go. It takes me a bit to figure out where to start. Reverse engineering the recipe. I'll need to make some patties, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Wait, it's patties? What? I think a normal steak, just normal cut of meat, is a lot better than a ground meat patty, to be honest. Also, just reminded that I have ground meat in the freezer. Maybe I'll make something with it today, later, for dinner. Maybe like spaghetti bolognese or something. I got this. I'll be okay, surely. Well, here goes nothing. Sometime later, I pull together an attempt at a Salisbury steak. The patties are overcooked and probably dry, but it's fine. That's what gravy is for. At least I'm not undercooking the meat and giving people salmonella like the Guild Gladiator, right? Oh my god. Undercooking. Oh my god. Those hand cams were insane, but I wish Axel would do another hand cam sometime soon. Another cooking hand cam. Come on, you can do it. But maybe he's been prohibited with all the accidents. It would have been so good. After trying to convince myself that it did an acceptable job, I bring the meal out to the table in the living room. Slow as always, I see, human. Without responding, I place the Salisbury steak in front of him on the table. But he looks unimpressed. Majorly so. Hey, what the heck? I worked so hard on these. He could at least pretend to be a little grateful or appreciative. This is my favorite meal. I tell him this in an attempt to defend my decision. With a sigh, he prods at one of the patties and with the prongs of the fork I brought him. The patties betray me in an instant. I guess I hadn't used enough breadcrumbs or egg or something, because they crumble into little crusty meat bits under pressure. And he looks at me. He just looks at me. You can't dismiss it so easily. It might taste good. I insist. Hear me out for a change. The Karasu Demon takes a couple of bites, smearing the broken patties around in gravy. He chews. Good. I just want this to work.
What's this?
It's terrible. I don't taste anything.
Do tell me.
Did you even attempt to season? Come to think of it, I forgot that part. Oh my god. How do you even make gravy without seasoning? I'll try something else. Give me a second. I collect the failed dish. When I return to the kitchen, and I think of what to make the Karasu Demon. Grilled cheese sandwich or strawberry cake? I don't know. Just a minute, I'm checking something. Okay. I guess I'll make the grilled cheese. Simple as best. After all, it's hard to screw up a grilled cheese sandwich. I had a grilled cheese sandwich for breakfast today. Yummy. It won't take me long to get it to him either. I set aside the ingredients needed and start up the stove. In little time at all, the sandwiches are ready. I used a little too much butter on the bread, so maybe his hands will get oily. But then again, when is there ever too much butter? They're messy, but isn't that the point? Actually, you know what? I'll eat these ones and make him another set. Oh my god.
Do tell me.
Did you eat my food? How is it that I'm immediately caught the moment I come out into the room? You're a slave to your appetite and you disgust me. Anyway, let me have it. Put the plate down. Obediently, I lower the plate in front of the Karasu Demon. He leans forward to look it over, sniffing at the bread. I stay quiet all while, holding my breath. What will happen to me if he doesn't like it? Cut it. Huh? Cut this offering into pieces. It's too messy, and I don't want it under my talons. God damn. Wow, what a diva. I slide the plate closer to myself and cut the sandwich into bite-sized pieces for him. He watches me suspiciously, as if he thinks I may steal his food. That's fair, though. I kind of already did. Once the sandwich has been cut, he straightens in his seat and samples the sandwich with a fork.
What's this?
This is what you stole from me? Uh-oh. He doesn't sound happy. It's a popular snack food. You really don't like it? It's befitting for someone as slovenly as yourself. But to my exquisite palate, it's simply not enough. This shouldn't qualify as a meal. Why does he hate it so much? It's not even bad, it's just a weird grilled cheese sandwich. He's just a weird grilled cheese sandwich hater. Take it. I'll eat it in front of him then. Yummers. I don't care what some snooty demon thinks about grilled cheese sandwiches. Good food is good food. I take the plate away. Okay, time for a dessert. Haka had liked strawberries, and I have some in here in my stash of ingredients. There are plenty of members in the guild with a fondness of sweets, so it's not unlikely that even Karasu Demon might have a soft spot for desserts. Okay, that one I might actually fuck up, because I'm not very good at baking. Like, I rarely ever bake anything, and the dessert I'm best at is tiramisu. So it's not even really baking. It's more like, I don't know, it's kind of different. Anyways, how about making him some strawberry cake? even if it sucks, it'll at least be cute enough to hopefully invoke a sense of pity. Strawberry cake it is. I prepare it one bit at a time. And just like that, I manage. It looks really good, actually. Yeah, even if I fuck up the cake, I might be able to decorate it well enough to make it look decent, even if it tastes like poo-poo. I might have discovered baking as a hidden talent. No way. It's a bit sad that I have no way of photographing this cake before he eats it. But at least I'm confident now that there's no way he'll hate it. Good lord. It's a perfect specimen of a cake. I carefully collect the cake and bring it out to the living room for the Karasu Demon. Ta-da! Look at what I brought you. Oh? Well, it looks the way it should. A Karasu Demon carefully angles his head as he observes the cake. However, try as he might, he'll never find a flaw. Frankly, I deserve a trophy or a blue rhythm or something for making him such a beautiful strawberry cake. We'll see. Is he determined not to like it? I don't know. I see him wield his fork and turn it to the side so the edge can slice of a bite-sized piece. He places a bite of cake in his mouth and then swallows. Did you like it? He takes another bite as if the first hadn't been enough to decide. Still no answer. He just keeps eating and eating. I think it's safe to say he likes his offering. Before long, he's eaten the entire cake by himself without even extending an invitation to share. He drops his fork on his empty plate. It wasn't terrible. Congratulations. Woohoo! A victory for me. But I'm still hungry. Okay, still hungry after eating an entire cake by himself? And why is he in such a hurry to make sure I don't stay happy? There aren't enough ingredients left for me to make another whole cake. Then make something else. I'm still hungry, I said. Yeesh. I collect the empty plates.
Do tell me.
There's nothing left, is there? There's still some supplies left. You disappointed me. What? How? Had he or had he not devoured my entire cake by himself? Your offerings are not good enough for me. And yet you dared summon me. I should make you pay for it. Don't be unreasonable. I warned you beforehand that I'm not a very good cook. Of your 3 attempts, I only found one of them edible. That's because you're too tough on the food. I'll let you whine about the Salisbury steak, but the grilled cheese was fine. You just didn't like that it was messy. Not edible. Since when did this situation become about appeasing you? You can't be serious. I am serious. Why do you think you can boss me around like a servant or something?
Huh?
Because you are a lower being, human. It is the natural order of things for you to worship me.
I have been patient enough towards your insolence.
The demon rises from
From his chair, and his wings beat down once around him. A gust of air sends remaining dishes flying from the table.
and he does it again.
The second gust is much more painful, and it sends me flying back until I hit the wall behind me. I slide down the wall until I'm down on the tatami. Haka's doppelganger comes closer to me.
Do tell me.
Did you ever think to know your place? Of course, appeasing me should be your utmost priority. Because you summoned me here. He sweeps a leg up and kicks me in the face with his shoe. I see stars when it makes contact and stays there.
Do tell me.
Do you understand now? I understand that you're a demon, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't stand up for myself. Just because I'm human, it doesn't mean I have to respect you. The Karasu Demon digs his shoe deeper into the side of my face. He leers me down before he kicks again at it to shove himself away. There's a scowl stuck on his face. I know I'm setting myself up for a disaster, but I can't back down now. Not like this. Very well then. In that case, allow me to show you your place in this world. The Karasu Demon reaches for my hair and sinks his claws into my scalp when he lifts my head. I squeak in pain as I break my skin and blood drips down the sides of my face. I squirm under him, grasp before the thorns. He throws me back on the ground with another sadistic laugh. Human. Beg for forgiveness, and I'll reconsider your punishment. I'm too disoriented to respond. I sit up from what I've been flung aside, slowly try to recollect myself. Did something happen? Everything abruptly goes still. I look up and see that the Karasu Demon is licking the blood from his nails. He's doing that and then... delicious. What? I found it. I finally found it. You were useful to me after all. You're so delicious. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Oh my god. As he claws past my skin and chews on whatever he can rake out from under it, I don't feel any pain. Why? Why is it just so painful that I don't feel anything anymore? The body is a strange thing. I watch as the Karasu Demon helps himself to my innards, pulling my organs out from beneath my ribs like I'm a piñata full of candy. My blood stains his teeth. He gets little stringy pieces of meat caught in them every now and then. I close my eyes when I see him start slurping down on another piece of me. Maybe that's my liver, a kidney or something. I don't know. I just... Look at this. Just look at it for 1 second. I have all the other images from all the other routes set up as a rotating background on my PC, except for this one. Maybe I should, you know what? I should. Wait, what did I just do? What the hell did I just do? Anyways. I'm gonna say right here. Okay. I think you can do that later. My new favorite food. I'm going to eat an entire village. I'm going to feast. What have I summoned into this world? Tasty! Yummers! Oh my god. Only one route left. And I'm gonna look through the profiles of them. Maybe I can find some hidden lore. Lore. Tasty. Okay. Let's get it. I'm still eating mango, by the way. Like, it's still from my breakfast. The last one. The Huntsman. Did you play the whole game? Because, I mean, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but this one is by far the saddest one, and it's so funny because it's very much a Shinri thing he would do. Totally. It almost feels like it's Shinri himself and not a doppelganger, but I'm gonna talk about theories later. I have some interesting theories. So what do you think? That's just about all I have for the seasoning. But I find I'm gonna try to do a deep voice. But I find just a little salt and pepper goes a long way. Best to enjoy it fresh. The mysterious huntsman who'd found me lost in the forest has gone as far as to spend his day fishing for a meal. He'd been so informative and helpful to me until now. He'd let me know that there's no guild called TEMPUS in his land. He'd even believe me when I said I'm probably from a parallel world. We're sharing what he'd caught now under a blanket of twinkling stars. It's funny how calm I feel, even when lost in an unknown place. After taking a bite into the side of the fish he'd prepared, I revel in its taste. Perfectly crispy and evenly roasted over a campfire. It's delicious. I can't get enough of it. Great to hear. Just make sure you chew it carefully. The bones on that type of fish can catch you off guard. I had no idea. navigate the fish carefully with my teeth and try not to eat so fast. Surely enough, there are some harder pieces here and there, but the flavor of the fish is by far worth the effort. I finished the fish from the skewer with a smile on my face. I have some carrots from town in my saddlebag too. I usually share them with my horse, but you're welcome to have some for yourself. Saddlebag? Over there, make yourself comfortable. The huntsman gestures to his stead. By a knotty old tree, a large dark horse with a mane and tail of smoke watches me from the side. Well, it watches somehow. Though it has no eyeballs and only empty sockets, it's still acutely aware of its surrounded. Wait, what if I never thought about it when I first played. I don't think I've seen anyone else say it, because he doesn't have one of the typical characteristics of this type of monster. But what if he's a Dullahan? Or some type of Grim Reaper type of thing? Anyways. Some stuff doesn't make sense, but the horse... I've been terrified of the horse the first time I'd seen the huntsman galloping on it. I still don't know what to make of it, if I'm honest. You don't think I'll scare it if I approach suddenly? As long as you don't throw your arms up high or something, he's fine. Why don't you try petting its shoulder? Here goes. I can't say I've ever pet a demonic-looking horse without eyes before. I make my way over and touch the side of its shoulder. Its coat twitches under my touch, but the horse otherwise doesn't leave its spot. He said hi, see? Really? Maybe. Maybe. I echo the huntsman before I sift through the saddlebag hanging off the side of the horse. Surely enough, the carrots you mentioned before are wrapped in plastic. I don't think... Anyways. The horse's attention is on a new snack.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. You can ignore him if you want to. He's spoiled and eats plenty. The huntsman's mount seems to be denying the claim and nudges his nose towards the carrots. Though I see the huntsman shaking his head, I'm weak and unable to resist sharing. After finishing one of the sticks from the bag, I flatten my palm and offer it to the horse to eat. Spoiled yet again. He's kind of cute.
Oh yeah?
Don't let him know. Anyway, shall we roast the rest of those carrots? Good idea. After letting the huntsman's horse finish, I bring the remaining carrots to his side by the fire. Say, what should I call you anyway? Me? You. I don't think you gave me your name, right? The huntsman is quiet. I carefully roast the carrots over the fire. It's best I don't give you my name, given the circumstances. Let's just say that I'm not so popular with the royals. So you're an outlaw or something? These lands are corrupt. I just try to set things straight. Oh, so he's more like a vigilante? Vigilante? That's okay. I'll just keep calling you Huntsman then. Thanks for me. Works for me. Sorry not to share too many details. It's alright, you can call me Yoko. Did I say something wrong?
It's nothing.
No.
I just thought it a little ironic. An acquaintance hinted I may run into someone called Yoko the other night. Small world, isn't it? Do I maybe know your acquaintance? Possibly. I've had some conversations with him here and there, but we've yet to meet in person. You could call us pen pals.
I think the voice I'm giving him is kind of ridiculous. Sorry. I don't know how to make it. I can't get so deep. So it's long distance. Hopefully you two get to meet someday.
Maybe someday. Somehow.
The carrots are finished. I sprinkled some salt across them. All done. You want some too?
No, that's alright. You take them. Tomorrow will be a long day for you. You should rest up.
You don't have to help me get home, you know. I feel bad making you go out of your way. I frown at him from all the carrots I'm eating.
Leave you on your own? I can't do that. The fire plane's not too far from here, and that land has been in carrots ever since. To put it simply, the nearest kingdom is too dangerous for a stranger on their own.
Oh, I know it.
Don't worry.
It's no trouble at all for me to help you return to your own world. So don't worry about it.
It'll be okay.
We'll figure it out together, I promise.
His smile puts me at ease. It would be rude for me to refuse his help at this point, right? And it's not bad either. After exploring this world a little on my own, he'd been the only person to hear me out. Let alone be kind to me. Thank you, Huntsman. After taking turns to bathe in a river, we wrap up the night fairly early. I'm more exhausted than I thought. It doesn't take me long before I drift off to sleep. Or at least I think I'm asleep when I hear the Huntsman talking to himself.
Hey, are you there? So hear me out.
Nobody's there, right? I don't hear another voice responding to him.
Yoko arrived on my side.
Me?
I'm losing you. Say that again?
I strain to listen harder, but there's still no other voice present. The Huntsman is talking to himself outside my tent as if someone were with him. I wonder if I should worry.
I'm not sure.
Don't worry.
I know. Don't worry. I'll keep Yoko safe. I'll try and keep you posted around this time again.
The conversation with himself ends. Everything goes quiet and I hear the Huntsman shuffling over to his own tent. Too sleepy to keep pondering, I drift off into slumber.
Sleep well?
The Huntsman greets me when I see him the next morning. I remember how unsettling it had been to hear him carry on a conversation with himself last night. Should I try bringing it up now? Bring it up. Actually, about that. The concern shows on his face. Is he that worried about how much sleep I got? I slept well. I just thought I heard you talking to someone last night. Some recognition shows on his face when I say that. He's probably trying to decide how to respond. Sorry. I thought I was softer than that. I was talking to myself. Did it bother you? So I was right. There really hadn't been another person there with him. I guess you could say I was just curious. Do you do that often? Talk aloud to yourself? It was like you were having full conversation. I found lately that it helps me sort my thoughts. I'll try to be more quiet next time. I feel bad that I brought it up. Huntsman? Yes. Oh gosh. You should know that I'm thankful for your help. I won't forget this. I'll tell everyone how you helped me and how kind a person you are. You don't need to do that. Maybe not, but I want to. If that's what you want, I won't stop you. Besides, stuck on this side, it's not like I'd even have a choice. You shouldn't say it like that. Who knows, maybe we could find a way to let you over for visits. He's still smiling, but it doesn't reach his eyes. We'll see. The huntsman gazes across the forest. We should have breakfast soon, Yoko.
It'll be okay.
Let's head down to see what we can find there, alright? Let's head to town, see what we can find there, alright? Alright. For a moment, he pats my shoulder. He's so mysterious and kind. I just wish I could help him more. I wonder if I'll ever know what's passing through his mind. I will never forget the night I found you crying by yourself in the forest, Yoko. You called me Shinri. Josuiji Shinri. I'd understood my role as your protector, because I'd known who you meant. Because prior to your arrival, Shinri's voice, as well as his memories of you from the other side, had reached me. Stronger and stronger. Realms apart. It didn't matter. Shinri and your gold companions were searching for you. And so, from this side, we searched the lands together. Together on horseback, Yoko. Day by day, we traveled just about all of Elysium in hopes of finding you a way home. But we failed. We spoke to mercenaries, to peasants, to nobility, but none of them had ever heard of another Elysium. Maybe they hadn't, but I had. Because for reasons I hadn't told you, I'd been wanted by many kingdoms for a long time. I wonder, have you heard of something called Doppelganger? I'm too afraid to ask you. Because if I do, and if the text I've stolen from a certain king turn out to be true, it means that in order to leave this place, you have to. Thank you for today. We searched just about everywhere together, didn't we? I know you said you meant you want to help, but I wouldn't blame you for stopping at this point. You're still feeling bad about it, I see. You worry too much about me. But for someone like me, it's fine not to, Yoko. Then again, there must be something you learned from your world. From the other me and your guildmates.
Don't worry.
No need for that.
It'll be okay.
I promised I'll help you find your way back. I'm a man of my word. My words put you at ease. I watch as you cuddle closer to our campfire and adjust the blanket. Huddle closer. Okay. And adjust the blanket over your shoulders. The two of us seem to have developed a routine by now. Just you and me here with no one other than ourselves. Some people go their whole lives without knowing this kind of simple happiness. I thought I would be the one. Thought I would be one. How long has it been since you arrived? Because I'd come to enjoy your presence so much, I lost track of time and stopped counting. Maybe it's been a couple of weeks now. Or had it been longer? Do you remember how long it's been since we started looking? No, I forgot. So you feel the same. I guess I stopped paying attention. I'll get back eventually. And this isn't terrible. You've been a good friend to me. I realized that no one said that to me before. I can't recall a time anyone has ever referred to me as their friend. I pull on the brim of my hat. I forgot to keep calm too. I suppose it can't be helped. Right? Anyway, you took a turn bathing first tonight. I need to make some preparations for tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Tomorrow? A few days ago when I asked you about your birthday, you couldn't tell me. How can I explain that my memory doesn't go far back? It's like this world is... I thought that was really sad, Huntsman.
Oh yeah?
Did you? Of course you would. So we're celebrating your birthday tomorrow. Your birthday going forward will be the 10th. The 6th of October. Don't forget, okay? If you say so. I tell you that I don't need it, but you're too excited for me to try and stop you. I'll take a bath now. Good. Take your time. The moonlight makes the river shine silver. I take my time in the water. My hair sticks to the nape of my neck when I wash it. Then I think about how you called me your friend. You've gone as far as to make me up a birthday for me too. What if we were happy like this, Yoko? If you didn't want to go back anymore... No. I can't think like that. It's not right for you to stay here. I can't believe the thoughts are even surfacing my mind right now. I close my eyes and try to escape them. And when I do, I see a memory. One of his memories. It's morning. Shinri is happy and sharing a pot of coffee with you and your friends. Someone with two different colored eyes spills some on himself, and his pet jingles loudly as it flees the splash. A man with blonde hair is arm wrestling with a smaller man in a ponytail. A young man with white and blue is carrying a still sleeping redhead teammate into the room on his back. Did he just not want to wake up? Seems like it, haha. The way I just said that. Let's give him 30 minutes. I see things for what they are. Life together with me in this miserable parallel world could never compare to something like the life you had before. So I'll send you home. I'll send you somewhere happier without hesitation. And according to that text I'd stolen from the ice plane about the project called Doppelganger, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have to help you finish this route we're trapped in. Today is the Huntsman's birthday. Since he told me he couldn't remember his real one, I thought it might be fun to try celebrating today. He doesn't know it, but I managed to prepare a gift. I'm excited to give it to him. If only I could actually find him. He's not in his tent. Weird. Huntsman? Are you there? Aside from me, our camp is empty. His horse is gone. I have a sinking feeling in my stomach. I searched the deeper parts of the forest for him, but there's no sign of him anywhere. Huntsman! I call for him again, and I'm still not met by a response. Why do I feel like something terrible has happened to him? I can't panic. I need to stay calm. I have a sinking feeling in my stomach. I hurry from the forest to search to the meadows I remember. Huntsman, and what I see next. The huntsman is lying on the ground. An arrow protrudes from his chest. His dark hair is pulled around his head, and his head sags from its usual position. His blood stains the blades of grass beneath him dark and gritty red. As he looks at me, I see it dribbling down the side of his mouth as well. How long has he been like this? Who did this to you? I fall to his side. I can't believe my eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to see. As I reach for the arrow in his chest, the huntsman touches the side of my wrist to stop me. Listen to me. It's okay. It's not okay. You need help. Yoko. My eyes are flooding with tears. I can't stand the sight of him hurting like this. Am I too late? Can he still be saved? Don't cry. This may not make sense to you, but I did this to myself. I did this to send you home. To himself? For me? I never wanted this. My throat is burning. I hiccup and sob, unable to keep myself under control. Don't cry anymore, okay?
Sorry.
I don't want you to cry on my birthday. He musters his strength to smile. Good Lord. Even now, he's thinking of me. Your birthday was supposed to be today. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I wanted to do something special for you. Then smile at me. How can I? If you can't now, then smile at him. The other me on the other side. Because this won't be the last time I see you. I see you through him. Do you understand? I see the shine disappearing from his eyes. His death seems so long and painful.
Trust me, alright? This has to happen. I must believe in what he says. I inhale shakenly and nod. I believe you. I trust you. He lays his head back on the grass, but even that moment seems excruciating for him. To the left are his bow and his arrows. And though I believe this must happen because he tells me so, with his bow and arrow, I could help him. I could. Could I? You don't have to. He's still so kind. He'd allow me to leave him there, but I can't do that to him. I will. I rise from there and crouched. I'm lightheaded from crying. But I collect the arrows and raise the bow in my hands. I aim between his eyes. His smile has finally met him this time. I want to help him. I don't want him to hurt anymore. And most importantly, I want him to smile for him on the other side. I want to smile for him from the other side. I draw the bow, and he is dead. Happy birthday, Huntsman. You have acquired 6 keys. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna do the last moment, okay? So, idle meeting just in a minute. Of course, I was excited to play again, cause like last time I played, I didn't play all in one sitting, and I feel like it's just great when you replay a game and you notice things that you don't like. Also, thank you for following, by the way. I only noticed now. You notice things in the story that you didn't think about before. Let's play the last. It's this one, right?
the vast darkness, another door appears to you. A mysterious door with 6 keyholes, each of them with a different jewel-collared lining. As you approach it now, you know where it'll lead. After all, you've been through a lot to get here. You remember the many stories you witnessed and played a part in. The Huntsman, the Karasu Demons, the abandoned Automatons, the Showmans, the Exiled Princes, the Demon Kings. All 6 keys you worked hard to collect dissipate into the abyss. A lock clicks, and when you finally open the door, wait. No, it doesn't work. Anyways, I was gonna take a screenshot. Whew. Which one is my favorite route? I think when it comes to the story, god damn, it's so difficult to decide. Because I think the one that is most intriguing to me is Flayon's. But the most, like, the one that leaves me the most flustered is Axel's ones, for sure. Like, Axel. Because the amount of times he suggests stuff is kind of... I was like, okay, okay. But the others are, like... I don't know. It's really hard to decide. They're all pretty good. I'm almost home. Wait for me, guys. I wake up beneath the shade of a large tree. Is this the start of another twisted story? I don't know anymore. My whole body is sore and there are knots in my back. I take a deep breath. This place looks like Elysium. It looks like a meadow not too far from the guild hall, actually. But... Yoko, is that you? Did it work? They're back! Look, I see them over there. For real? Move out of the way, Beto. Why single me out like that? Everyone is in your way too. Wait, did we really find Yoko? I was worried we were going to have to make signs for the missing person. Finally! Now that I found Yoko, we can call this done and get to the Halloween party started like we wanted to. As the Tempus Guild members come closer to me, I prop myself upright at the base of the tree. I'm stunned at a loss for words. Because I've experienced so many tragedies, I don't even know what to say to them. Would they believe me if I told them what I saw? Had I just conked out there and seen a series of different nightmares? No, they'd definitely been real. I can't believe otherwise. Sorry everyone for making you worry. How long have you guys been looking for me? Way too long. By that I mean a couple of days now. Are you alright? You look like you've been through it. You look like you've been through it. Want me to carry you back? How do I even approach this subject? I was here the whole time? What did I look like when you saw me? You looked like you were sleeping just now. But you definitely weren't here the whole time. We searched most of Elysium for you after you were gone too long. Yeah, Altair sent me and Shinri out this way to check yesterday. We didn't see you then, but maybe we just didn't notice. Who knows? No, that's not it. I was over here 2 or 3 times when we looked. So I must have really disappeared and then appeared here. I physically wound up on the other side, just like I thought. And now, after experiencing those 6 different tragedies, I'm back here. I don't know how to even begin explaining what happened to the boys. So I'll save it for another day. For now, I'm just relieved to be back. Things are going to be okay now. I miss them. I miss these guys so much. I had some really bad dreams. Really, really bad dreams. I don't know why I was out so long, but that's about all I can say. That's okay, I get it. I understand that feeling too. The two of them look at each other as if they know something I don't before they look at me again. Come to think of it, hadn't their doppelgangers had come into contact with their other selves? Allegedly. I guess I'll just find an opportunity to ask them one day. Let's not beat around the bush. We should get Yoko out of the dirt. So, are we still going to the hall after the party? Hall for the party? I think it can't hurt. That's a good way to welcome Yoko back. Oh right, we got to set up the sound system up for karaoke. Come on, Yoko. Let's get you back inside. The boys help me up from the karass, and lead me back towards the guild hall. When I'm on both feet, I'm met by a group hug. Some of them muss my hair or tease me, but I don't pay attention because I'm home. I'm home. I'm finally home. I'm where I belong. I can't even describe how relieved I am, how good that feels. As the TEMPUS guild hall slowly comes into view, I look forward to a Halloween spent together with my friends. Oops, I was gonna let the credits roll for a bit. Well, we finished the whole game. Hell yeah. I was gonna say, imagine what Magni and Vesper would have been, because I think they already had designs, but they couldn't be included in the game, right? Because the game has been like, it probably was developed for at least half a year before it came out. I think Magni would have probably been a mad doctor, and Vesper could be that he was like an actual vampire, you know, like trying to suck your blood and stuff. I'm trying to look at the comp files. And Flayon, I have a like his master. What if I don't know. I was gonna say something crazy. Because there's someone I know, you know, one of my moods, I'm not gonna mention who theorizes that the master for Flayon was Vesper. You know? That would have been funny, not gonna lie. Anyways. Holy shit, it's almost 6 p.m. already. And that's crazy. But that's just insane, you know. I guess they're also not total opposites, which is interesting, because it would be easy to, like, find out what they could be or what they're. It's just a completely original and different story, which I find cool. Well, I'm gonna look a bit through the profiles, but I'm gonna do that after stream. So thank you for watching, and I'm gonna have like. I'm gonna make a schedule for next week too, because I think I'm gonna stream like 3 times again. But yeah. Well then, bye bye. See you next time.